is I think a big lie. After all these years, now there are just a few who believe this regime can survive. Please welcome one of the best friends of the Iranian people, Congressman Tom Tancredo.
It's a pleasure to join you today. I am here, along with others, thousands all over the country, certainly, who look at what has happened in Iran over the last several weeks and have nothing but praise for the people, for the courageous people of Iran who have taken to the streets and with their voices and with their blood sometimes have pled for an end to the repression, an end to the regime. They are an inspiration for the world. They are an inspiration for all of us here. Today, we march here in the nation's capital, in front of the White House. And we do so without fear. We do not fear being arrested or thrown in prison or being harassed, because we march peacefully, which is the right of anybody in a free society. And God willing, before too long, the people of Iran will be able to do exactly the same thing in the streets of Tehran. Last Thursday marked the 10th anniversary of the student uprising, where thousands took to the streets of Tehran in peaceful protest against a theocratic regime. The people of Iran, again, are expressing their will in demanding an end to 30 years of totalitarianism and repression. Freedom-loving people all over the world are, as I say, inspired by the courage and determination of the Iranian people, who yearn for freedom, democracy, and a respect for human rights. All of the force applied by the regime, all of the outrages perpetrated by the Revolutionary Guard, or the hooligans of the Basij, all of these things, including the scene of Nida's death on the streets of Tehran, they serve to do only one thing, and that is to weaken the regime and strengthen the will of those who seek freedom and an end to the dictatorship. For many years, it seemed to me like the only group willing to take on the regime was the People's Mujahideen Organization. I have, for as long as I was in the Congress, 10 years at least, I used to tell my colleagues, there is a group willing to do something. They know the people, they know the language, they have given the United States information which we have benefited from. We should take advantage of their willingness to help. And for years they were the only ones, it seemed like, that would be heard screaming death to the dictators. But now, that same phrase can be heard all over Iran, resonating from the streets and being shouted from the rooftops. In the last few weeks, the Iranian people have provided the United States a historic opportunity to place itself on the right side of history. Our government must now seize that opportunity. And they should follow the advice of Mrs. Mariam Rajavi, who called on the United States and the United Nations members to first withdraw all recognition of Ahmadinejad as president of Iran. Second, to institute even tougher economic, diplomatic, and weapons sanctions. Third, to hold Ahmadinejad, Khamenei, and others responsible for their barbaric crackdown. All of them should be held responsible by the International Criminal Court. Finally, we should recognize that this constant harping of, Ahmadinejad blaming the United States, blaming the United Kingdom, blaming the MDK for the problems that they see is nothing more than trying to find a scapegoat, trying to make sure that the people of Iran, trying to make them believe that it is not their regime, not their repression, not their dictatorship that is the problem. But everyone in the world, including I think most people in Iran, see through this. I join the Iranian people in condemning the unjust murder of innocent people in the streets of Iran. Together we mourn the loss of innocent life, and our thoughts and our prayers are with the victims and their families. Out of this horrible situation, it has been my experience in life that the most horrible events, no matter how horrible they seem, something good can come out of them. And just as I've seen this before, I believe that out of the blood, the carnage in the streets of Iran, the death of hundreds like Nida, something good can come. One of the founding fathers of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, once said that every once in a while, the tree of liberty must be nourished with the blood of martyrs. That is what is happening in Iran. That tree will spring to new life because of the courage, the determination, and yes, even the blood of the martyrs that has been shed for freedom in Iran. To them I say, God bless you. To all of you I say, God keep you. And we will be someday, soon, right here in Tehran, doing this very